agitate for Biafra. I agitate for Biafra by right to agitate. My right. They turned it from treasonable felony now to terrorism. Stop talking when I'm talking.
When you study carefully the position of the judgments or the courts of proceedings yesterday bordering on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's impromptu summon, it is quite interesting. Though prior to this time, people were very apprehensive, and there are so much tensions and speculations here and there. People perhaps could not ascertain what could be the outcome, but after the proceedings yesterday, it has become very clear as crystal that the intention of Binta Nyako summoning Mazi, serving an impromptu notice to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and his legal team, of course, to be summoned yesterday, being the 10th of February 2025, was to achieve a particular purpose. It was intended to adjourn Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case indefinitely. That was what Binta Nyako and his team or group intended to achieve, not knowing that this will eventually backfire. It seems Justice Binta Nyako has been compromised. She did not understand the implication of her actions. Now, having recused yourself voluntarily from an action, from a criminal proceeding, you have lost the legal right to continue the trial. That is what the law says. So Binta Nyako has no jurisdiction to continue the trial because she has disqualified herself in the very instance where she acknowledged the requests of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, whether written or oral. She recused herself from the continuation of the trial, from presiding over the proceedings of the matter that borders on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case. And under such circumstances, you have lost everything. Just as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu submitted, he was firm in his position, and every responsible, sensible person who is not partial, who stands with the truth, will agree with him that he is agitating. He is not hiding it. He is not hiding his position. He is not compromising his position, because the law protects his standing. The law protects his position, that he is not doing anything that contradicts the Nigerian law. He has not committed any crime for agitating for Biafra. That is within the purview of law, recognized law, international law, upheld, which Nigeria is a signatory to. So I believe you have listened to him and the position. There's nothing wrong. Self-determination is a right. Except Nigerian government is saying that the United Nations were wrong by upholding, of course, the right to self-determination, which the Vice President of Nigeria in the last United Nations General Assembly also re-echoed the position of the law bordering on the right to self-determination, which he claims or affirms that freedom is an inalienable right of the people, given to the people by God, cannot be usurped, cannot be subdued by any government. The right to freedom, the right to self-determination, is an inalienable right given to men by God. So, on that premise, Nigeria has lost the right of jurisdiction to continue the trial of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So he understood his position, he affirmed his position, and that you can't take from him, because he is acquainted, is aware of the provisions of the Constitution, and is acting within the ambits of the law, from treasoning to terrorism. Now, it behoves on the prosecutors to establish that the acts or the process of demanding for self-determination is an act of terrorism. Every other countries the world over has done that at a particular time. Of course, Nigeria demanded for self-determination from the British or colonial rule or subjugations. The right to self-determination is a right enshrined and recognized by international laws. So under this premise, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu affirms that his continued trial could be summed up to be an act of subjugation, oppression, and he is not standing any prosecution. Let's have your own take regarding this development and more exciting analysis. Of course, we go by in a matter of hours. We continue to sensitize and intimate you what the law says, the provisions of the law. The laws should be respected regardless of your personal opinions and interests. If you really want to inspire confidence and build a healthy system, there's nothing wrong saying I'm no longer interested living with you. So what should have been discussed is the condition under which such could be determined.